Hi everybody, so today I'm doing a fall makeup tutorial. I have a great model, her name is Helene. Helene works at Mesh Salon where I get my hair color done with Tracy Cunningham. And I saw her there a couple of weeks ago and I was like, can you please come in my makeup studio and film a tutorial with me? We have a perfect look. So she's here today. And the look I'm going for is just this very bold berry lip with a metallic copper eye. Now, I don't want you to stop right there and say, oh, I can never wear this makeup look, so I don't want to watch this tutorial. I promise you, if you watch it, I give you some tips on how to wear it in a more natural way. Or you can also say, maybe I just skip the copper eyes and I'm just gonna go for the berry lips. There's always different options of doing it. I hope you like it and I see you very soon. Bye. So I'm starting first with this Chanel foundation. It's a foundation I've never used in a tutorial before. It's pretty new by Chanel, called Le Beige, and the color is number 21. The way how I'm applying it is with just a regular foundation brush. The reason why I like applying it with just this regular foundation brush is because it is already a very sheer foundation. So if you would apply something like a beauty blender, this just absorbs way too much product already into the sponge and then you will have nothing on your face. So I like using a foundation brush. I picked this finish because the makeup I'm doing on you today, Helene, is it's a fall makeup. So the colors are quite vibrant. There's a lot going on your face. So I wanted just a very natural foundation look. I like to spot treat after I do foundation. The one I chose today, which is actually a fantastic product and I have never used it in a tutorial, it's the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW20. So what I do is I just pick up the product with a flat eyeliner brush and I just lay the brush flat onto the area I want to cover. And then I use my finger and I just dab the product into the skin. And that way, the product warms up naturally and it just blends beautifully into your skin. And you do that everywhere where you feel like you need a little bit extra coverage. Moving into your eyebrows, I'm using, I don't know if I've used this product yet, it's a newer ANASTASIA product, it's called the Brow Definer. And what is different about this product is just the application part. It's a little bit thicker and a lot of different brands make the same pencil. I think Tom Ford makes one. I like this shape because it just, if you're kind of in a rush, it just is a little bit faster. The difference with the older version, which I'm going to show you, is this pencil. You can just do a more precise brow. So if you need to do a more precise brow, I would recommend the other pencil. On you today, Helene, I'm just filling in your brows. There's just a little bit of a gap right in here, making it a bit fuller. I'm gonna also bring out the arch a little bit more and keep it very natural because we are going to do a heavier eye makeup and lips on you today. Right, I filled in your brows and my next product is the Marc Jacobs brow gel. It's a clear brow gel. I really like this. It just has a really great brush to it. And I like a brow gel because it just keeps the brows in place. Just brush them up and go through it this way. So I'm going to move into your eye makeup. The first product I'm using is this Chanel cream shadow. It's called Rouge George. It looks really orange when you first look at it, but when you apply it, it just has a beautiful finish. The eye makeup I'm doing today is definitely a little bit with more color. It's something I've never done before, and it's just one of those colors. I think it's so underrated. A lot of people don't use it, and I just think it's beautiful in blondes. Copper is one of my absolute favorite eyeshadow colors, and I think it's a great color for fall. Really excited to do that eye makeup on you today, Helen. I'm just applying it all over, I'm bringing the color also in the crease. And when you open your eye and look in the camera, you can see it's just a wash. It's just a very light color right now. This just gives me sort of like a starting point, and this is more like a base. It's also really, really pretty on its own. If you would just do a very natural kind of eye makeup look. I love it just on its own with a little bit of mascara. Alright, so now we finished the base of your eye makeup. I'm bringing in my copper eyeshadow. This here is by Anastasia, and the color is called Henna. Such a beautiful, beautiful shade. I like using it with a flat eyeshadow brush. And I'm just dipping my brush into the pigment. It's very pigmented, so you might want to first kind of like dab it off on your hand. And then I bring it in on the, I just start kind of like closely to the lash line, and then I'm building the product upwards and outwards. You might have a little bit of fall down, which don't worry about it, we can clean that up afterwards. I can already see it's kind of falling down a little bit. That's exactly the reason why I didn't do concealer yet. I always get that question. This is my MAC 217, and I'm now coming in to blend the product. And I'm blending it into the crease, and I'm building the shape of the eye with that brush. Alright, so just to soften out those little edges, I'm going to bring in another color here by MAC called Bamboo, and a fresh or clean blending brush for the purpose of softening out those edges. And as you can see in the camera or on film, that this is not adding color, this is just so you get a softer edge on the outer corners. It's really important that you use a clean blending brush. You don't want to have any product on your brush before you do this. I'm bringing the same color, Anastasia color, back, and I'm putting that on a flat brush. This one here is by Dior. And I'm just adding a bit more color, open up and look up to the ceiling on the lower lash line. I would distribute the most of the color on the outer corner and then drag the color inwards. After you've applied the lower lash line with the flat brush, I also like to go in with a more of a dome brush. This one here is by Tilbury, and this way it just blends, and you can kind of like just like buff it in the product. Just gives you a better shape. If this copper eyeshadow is too much for you at home and you think you could never wear this, just switch it out with something like this Isolde by NARS palette. I love this palette, it's the perfect bronze, and you can just wear a bronze eyeshadow with this entire look. Now I'm moving forward with applying mascara. The one I chose today is by Tom Ford, and I've already curled your lashes, and I'm just gonna put some mascara on. And the black and the richness of this mascara is definitely gonna tie the entire eye makeup together. And you will see immediately a big difference with mascara on this eye makeup. I probably applied, I would say off camera, like 4 or 5 coats just to create this drama in your lashes. And as you can see from the very beginning, when I first applied the copper eyeshadow, you know, it all now comes together. Like the mascara is really, really important. For the bottom lashes, which I haven't done off camera yet, I like doing the bottom lashes with my MAC fan brush, and I'm just dipping it into the mascara. And then I go in, if you look like this, and especially if you're a makeup artist and you have a client like Helen who tends to be a bit sensitive around the eyes, this brush is really good because it's easier than going in with the actual mascara wand. And I'm just painting on the lower lashes with my brush. And what I also love about this technique is that I can get really, really close to the root of the lashes. And again, don't be shy with the mascara on the lower lashes. One more thing I would like to show you guys, just to tie the entire eye makeup together, is use the bamboo shade by MAC, which I used earlier in the crease. I'm also bringing that bamboo shade, if you look up to the ceiling, close to the lower lash line, and I'm just kind of like blending that into the copper because it just kind of ties the entire makeup together. We'll do the same thing on the other side. For concealer, I chose, this is a new product by Urban Decay. It's called the Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm. I've been using this on my own personally, my personal makeup kit, and I love, love, love this concealer. It's becoming really quickly one of my new favorites. It's, I would compare it, it's very similar to the NARS concealer. I like the texture of it. It's really creamy, it's really blendable. They come in fantastic different shades, and I just apply it where you mostly need it, right in here, and then I use my finger to just kind of dab the product into your skin and make it invisible. Just dab the concealer in with your hands. You can also use a brush. Just make it invisible. Most concealer you need is right in here. Next step is powdering your T-zone. I chose this Lorac pressed powder in Pour Perfection. I'm applying it with my Charlotte Tilbury brush in the T-zone only. And a little bit underneath your eyes where I just applied the concealer. Okay, next step is applying a bit of bronzer. I'm choosing this Urban Decay. It's a brand new bronzer. It doesn't have a lot of shimmer in it. I just want to add a little bit of color to your face. And for that I'm using a big fluffy brush by Toupe. I don't want any like contour, any harsh lines, so I'm just starting kind of like right here by your ear, and I'm going in like big strokes, round circular motions, kind of like inwards. And I do the same thing on the temple. I'll bring it a little bit into your hairline. We'll do a little bit here by your chin. Bring the color down to your neck. Since I'm doing a red lip for fall today, I don't want to do any blush right now because I think it could easily look very clownish, way too much color on your face. So I'm moving right into your lips. Now I chose this brand called Lipstick Queen, one of my favorite lipsticks. This one is called Entourage. And since this is a fall look, and I really love a dark lip for fall, I chose this color. It's called Entourage. It's like a beautiful berry, dark lip. Now again, this is definitely going to be a statement look, and I know that this is probably not going to be for everyone. If you feel like this is too much for you, you can just do like some sort of stain, or you can just like do a little bit of a lip gloss. I just really wanted to do a dark lip on you today, since this is something I would for sure do on one of my clients for red carpet. And again, for fall, I love a dark lip. And the way how I apply it is I first kind of like bring the color onto your lips directly out of the bullet, and then I go in with a foundation brush and I, decide on the shape of your lips with my brush. And just kind of like blend out the edges. And see how much I really want to apply. But it's really important that you're blending the edges and make it look really soft and even. I actually off camera went in with this shade here by Tom Ford. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's called Black Orchid. I just felt like the Lipstick Queen was a beautiful shade, but it just wasn't enough. I feel like it just needs to be a really, really dark, kind of purplish undertone, and that's why I think that this Tom Ford is just like completely made this entire look. I'm also gonna add a little bit more of a highlighter. This one here is by Glossier. It's super, super pretty. I'm just gonna do it directly out of that bullet. Just add a little bit more of a highlight. But I'm not doing any blusher because I feel like it'll be too much color. Do the same thing on the other side. And you can just use your finger to blend it in. You look absolutely amazing, Helen. I can't wait to show this look to you. Beautiful, beautiful.